as a VP of Sales, I'm going to go ahead and just open up this sales analysis. This might be the default view that this VP of Sales looks at every month or every week or every day. It can be, again, all these things that we're presenting today are all kind of connected to transactional JD Edwards data. However, they can be refreshed at whatever interval that you want. So every time you go and refresh a report, it's whatever's in the system at that time. Or you could actually say, okay, especially when it comes to your month-end financials, you can run reports, run content, and then that's what people are viewing all the time is what you've published and put out there for them. So you control the rate at what people can see the data as well. But it's really as up to date as you want to make it based on just refreshing it on demand. So here, this is a view. This is a product called Explore within Business Objects. I just held Control and selected not only my extended amount for current year, but also prior year. And you'll notice across the columns here, these are the different dimensions that we may be analyzing this organization for sales. Maybe product family, or subfamily, or customer, or region, sales rep. Right? So the beauty of this analysis tool is it all runs on top of a BI semantic layer, which we'll get into later, where you define the different measures. On the left here, these are the measures, the examples of some measures that are like current year, prior year, year-to-date, sales, gross profit, quantities. So these are the types of things. Those are measures, and then the dimensions are the things that you may slice and dice the data by, which is what you see across the top here. And then we've got this chart down here, so I can see this charted by product family. Right? Well, if I want, instead of seeing my chart here by product family, I want to see that maybe by customer instead. So in this case, I want to go and choose maybe my sold to customer name, just so we can get maybe the top 12. Sure, why not? At this point, again, I can kind of see that by mousing over. It'll actually, tell me what the amounts were year over year. So it looks like Acme Corporation, last year we've had $912,000, and this year we're at $267,000. So something's going on there. We'll take a look at that. Notice also the table on the right that's restricted down to what's in the chart as well. If I just double-click on one of these bars here, it'll actually create an automatic filter here for me, and then we can start analyzing what's going on there. So in this case, maybe we want to see what are the different products within Acme Corporation. And if I instead of wanting to start seeing this, maybe let's go by month. And we'll look at maybe just sort these in order from 1 to 12. Okay. So I can see this as bar charts, but maybe it might make sense for me to see this here as a line chart, right? Or maybe even a line chart where I can see all the different products separately. In this case, I've got, here's my trend by product family for each current year and prior year. I hit the other radio button here, I can actually see the different charts here broken down by each product family. If I want to look at just ink and toner, I'll just double click on that. It'll actually increase that. So now I'm looking at just ink and toner. As I mouse over, I can see the breakpoint by month of what was my current year versus my prior year, year to date. Okay. So let's take a look at ink and toner, not just for Acme, but across the board. I'll go ahead and get rid of the Acme. Now I can see ink and toner. And this is now sales across all customers, not just Acme Corporation. Okay. Another example might be, let's say we're looking at, let me get rid of that for a second. And I wanted to maybe looking again by product family. Let's get rid of product family as well. What if we wanted to see this not as a bar chart or a line chart, but maybe like a pie chart? So now we can see, in this case, by product family, our current sales this year versus prior year. So ink and toner was 21% of our sales this year, but last year was 36% of our sales. How does that compare to maybe our gross profit? So if I go up here and choose gross profit, right, it'll add a third chart there, so we can see that it was 21% this year, 36% last year, but it's actually only contributed 15% of our gross profit. Instead of seeing this maybe by product family, we want to see this by customer. Okay. So now we kind of see that breakdown by customer. so we can see, you know, which customers are contributing most and what the difference was of the mix from last year and this year. So one of the things here is that we can go ahead and look at by just clicking above. So clicking in the chart was creating these filters. The same thing could apply up here if I wanted to look at just office supplies as an example. I click on that in any one of these drop downs. It's creating that filter. So now we can see the charts reflect that, but also all the remaining dimensions up here are now going to summarize. So if I'm looking at office supplies, it'll tell me what the breakdown of all office supplies is by subfamily or by customer or region. So this is great, again, like for the VP of Sales to be able to quickly mine the data and get at you know, what they need. And again, this does not require a huge amount of development. Part of our out-of-box install gets you the universe to the point where you could pretty much get this up and running within a couple days.